Hey riders, Coop here. Got a bit of a story to tell. It's for all intents and purposes a near day of disaster. But before we get to that, just walk you through where this. So this is a pump track I built around our house here 15 years ago. It's been in place. Use this for training, just to keep tuned up for when I go out and do downhill riding on mountain bikes and or free ride. So this is a lot of fun. This is a good little chicane here. Come up over here, little drop down, and then come up that kick there to a bit of a berm hip jump, so landing on the rocks up there, and then that takes us over a sidewalk little gap there. There's a bridge there as well, but made these bridges out of old that trampoline frame. So we come up and then we go over, and then it's just flat sidewalk down the back to pick up speed to come through the other side. Go both ways on this thing, so works quite well. It's a good workout. And then coming back this way, a gap over this as well. Now, what happened on the near day of disaster is, as you can see, there's lots of rocks and stuff around, so got to keep on line all the time. So I was coming around this way, and we just had some rain earlier in that day, cooking around, and I've started coming off of this last little bump here to hit the transition down in that other side. However, when I did so, came down and dropped my front wheel right down there, and you can see it's a little wet there still even. Hit that with my right tire, and I started going, it slid out of me and started going off to the right, and that's where the trouble started happening. So then I tried to save it, pulled it left, got up high on this other berm here in the bowl, and started getting into trouble. So I was coming up high on this side, body was going this way, bike was going this way, to the point where hanging onto the bike still, because I'll get to that in a minute, going right for these rocks here. So just before I was hitting those rocks, I finally let go and ran my hand along this side and then went head first into that rock. Okay, so what happened here is, and I guess my word of advice is, never let go of your bike. That's my first word of advice. I've been doing this downhill biking, free riding for 40 years, and I used to, when I was younger, let go of the bike. Do not let go of your bike. Hang on to your bike. Keep your hands on the bars and connected, because if you're connected to your bike, you will have a better chance of the bike helping you through a wipeout. There's no doubt about it. So many times I've been hitting jumps and near going over the bars. Just hang on your bike. Trust that your front wheel, your front suspension will take that impact and straighten you out. Additionally, what I've started doing in the last 20 years is what motocross riders will do is lock up that rear wheel. If you're starting to go over the bars, it immediately drops your rear end down and brings your front end up. So that's a good thing to do too. The thing I've noticed too in near wipeouts is that you start to time and space slow down a lot. It's amazing. Like through the chicane I was going through here the other day, it was amazing how everything slowed down. I could see what was going on, and I was able to calculate how I could get out of this mess. And that's what you want to do. So keep onto your bike. I can't tell you how many times even I've wiped out on corners and just hang on to the bike and really just get sideways on the bike and rubbing on the ground as if you're just riding sideways on the ground. It helps a lot. As such, things like this is the only injury I came up with in this wipeout. And just a little one down on my knee here. So whereas if I had a let go on that bike and tried to run out of this thing, as you can see there's rocks everywhere, I would have busted myself up worse than if I had hung onto my bike like this, because in the end the bike helped me save myself. I say this because this was the result of the, let's call it, injury. As you can see, that is a full-on Daco wheel. And so when I was coming through this, is at this point when I finally released my hand off the left hand grip of my bar, and just to save myself and the hand going on that side, is where my wheel folded over on me, because it was now going this way to save myself. And then in turn, I was able to line up my helmet, which I was wearing, and just went headfirst into this rock at a much slower speed. I'm surprised the helmet didn't break, actually, but there's a couple good rub marks on there as I went through. So moral of the story is two things. One is, I've always ridden on the premise of speed is your buddy. We want to be able to make over things, over transitions, make gaps, get over rough spots, washboard, whatever it may be. Speed is your buddy. Always ride with speed and in control. But if you get out of control, never detach from your bike. Always keep attached to your bike. Your bike can become if let go, will become another obstacle you got to work with to try and save yourself. Whereas if you keep attached to it, it can actually help you save yourself in the end, because this is an easy fix and or replacement. Whereas broken bones, body, and confidence, more importantly, to carry on and keep riding and doing the thing you love to do, is what we want to try and maintain and avoid being impacted. Keep riding, keep the rubber side down.